Hi, everyone. I should be live. I think so. I hope so. I don't know. Hope it's true, though. You never know with YouTube, you know. Just give me a sec. Need to actually adjust the chat real quick. Can you see me, hear me? Anyone? Am I live? Is everything working? I don't know. Feel free to tell me if you can. In the chat. Tiffany can. Awesome. Okay, hi guys. Thanks for tuning in and thanks for your kind birthday wishes. I really appreciate that. That's really cool. Hi Carl. Hi Benjamin. Hi Wasserflasche. Der liebe Stalos. Falls du noch dabei bist. Vielen lieben Dank auch für deine Geburtstagsglückwünsche. Thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate that. Karl Hering. Hi. See you fine, but the volume is a little bit low. Is it? Okay. Let me see real quick. The volume is a little bit low, you say. Really? Okay, so I think I should be louder now. Don't know. Hallo? Test. Am I louder now? I hope so. The volume is fine for me. Okay. Yeah. I just added some dB on that. Some volume. Saint Pharma. Hi. Happy birthday. I can see / hear you. How are things doing with the flooding? Well, luckily, I wasn't affected by it, and neither was my family or friends. But many people, like a couple of kilometers away, you know, in other towns, and people living more like southern than where we live right here, they were heavily affected. Some lost their entire, you know, everything pretty much, their houses, all their belongings, and yeah. Super Flash Crash, hi. Mesat Irani, hi. Thanks for tuning in. Holly Laycock, hi. And Super Flash Crash, of course. Der liebe Rick. The Empty Set, hi. Today is your birthday. Awesome. Well, happy birthday. Herzlichen Glückwunsch zum Geburtstag. Even though, gotta say, today is not my birthday. My birthday was on July 13th. But I couldn't stream on that day since I was invited to a friend's wedding, because he got married on the same day, like on my 30th birthday pretty much. And I sort of was the reason for that marriage, because both got to know each other through my old YouTube channel, Dave Dern TV, on which I made Let's Plays. And yeah, it's an interesting story. Sometimes, you know, life just happens, I guess. I don't know. And so I couldn't really stream on that day, otherwise I would have. But then I decided, you know, I'm gonna stream 10 days later, which is today. Hooray! Rhyme, right? Alles Gute zum Geburtstag. Vielen lieben Dank, Pelama. Thank you very much. By the way, talking about the floodings, some of you who might have watched my previous 2-ish live streams here might have noticed something different. I have disabled the donation goal thingy that was down there. It will return in future live streams, don't worry, because I'm saving up for new YouTube equipment, because my cam is, you know, getting old and doesn't really work all the time anymore. This one right here, with which I pretty much film all my videos, and yeah, stuff like that, you know. Because I felt it was somewhat strange to put that up when there are so many people out there right now in my like in the periphery of where I live, because of the floodings, that really need the money more than I do right now. So I thought, you know what, if you want to tip something, feel free to do so. I've put a link down here, bit.ly/betterplace_flood. That will lead you to betterplace.org, which is pretty much a crowdfunding website on which you can donate or tip something via PayPal for people in need in Germany right now that are suffering from the floodings. So yeah, I thought that was the better option for this stream. At first I thought, you know what, it's a birthday stream, and if anyone wants to leave a tip, of course I should give them the opportunity, and there still is the opportunity, because I didn't change the video description as a whole. I just added the Better Place flooding donation link there. But yeah, I think this is more appropriate at the time being. So if you want to contribute, yeah, thank you very much. Mein Geburtstag ist nächsten Freitag. Well, if I wasn't German, I would wish you an early birthday, but since I'm German, I can't do that because it means bad luck in Germany. Wishing someone an early birthday. Don't do that. Don't you do that. I seem to have made up a new word. Okay. Interesting. Tell me. A German word? Or just in general like an English word? Happy birthday to you, and may the recovery from the floods go smoothly for those affected. Yes, I totally agree. Thank you very much for saying that. Ja, ich bin hier. Great name, by the way. Love that. Hope you guys are doing fine, by the way. Everything's okay where you live. Not just like flooding-wise or weather-wise, but also concerning, the pandemic and everything. And yeah. I'm looking forward to next week's Wednesday next week, because that's gonna be the day I'm gonna get my second shot of BioNTech, my second vaccination, and I'm really looking forward to that. On the one hand, on the other hand, I'm a bit afraid. Well, not really afraid, but I've heard some stories about people that got really heavily affected by the second shot of that. And they had they were feverish and big headaches and stuff. But even if that's gonna happen, it's still better to get vaccinated, in my opinion, than to catch the virus, especially the mutants. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. Eric Saint, hi, long time no see, my friend. It's Pfizer, yeah, the Pfizer. Yeah, I totally forgot. In America, it's Pfizer, right? Because in Germany, it's BioNTech. BioNTech, that's the name of the company. But it's like a cooperation, BioNTech Pfizer. But in Germany, everyone just says BioNTech and they don't say Pfizer. But in America, I think it's the other way around. So, yeah. I think I got my first shot early July or late June, around that time. So a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. So Eric Saint, hi, by the way, once again. Long time no see, my friend. Hope you are doing great. At least that. Great. Yeah. Alexandria. Fernando, thank you very much. Wow. Oh, that's Mexican dollars, right? MX dollar? I think so, right? Thank you very much. Wow. That's really generous. Thank you. For my second shot, my fever lasted for about 8 hours, but it meant my body has the antibodies to respond, so I was happy. See, that's the good thing. And I think sometimes people tend to forget about that. So when you are sort of like a little feverish and you feel like a little pain and stuff, it's usually a good sign, because that means that your body is pretty much, coping with that the way it should. So it can be very annoying, I know that, but I think it's worth it. Yeah. Waiting for the Valneva vaccine. I've never heard of that. I'm scared of the mRNA ones, while still in self-lockdown until that finishes. Yeah, I mean, I totally understand if people are like concerned about those new techniques and stuff. I also get that, definitely. Since the two companies work together, we say Pfizer in America, which is an American company started by a descendant of a German family, so it sounds more German. See? And that's interesting. That is really interesting. So the funny thing is, like, the very first corona vaccine ever that really worked was sort of like invented in Germany last year by BioNTech. But then it was pretty much produced by Pfizer, primarily, I think, in the USA, if I'm not mistaken. So that's pretty much the co-production thing they have going on, if I'm not mistaken, once again. Ich wünsche dir alles am besten. Thank you very much, Eric. Even though, to pretty much correct you so that you can learn something as well, Germans would rather say or write, ich wünsche dir alles Gute. I wish you all good. Translated literally. Ich wünsche dir alles Gute. Like this. Shadow, hi. And thank you very much. And hi, Paula. I did have the fever fatigue for a couple of days. I had Pfizer BioNTech as well. Yeah. What does, by the way, Fernando, what does te amo papi mean? Because in German, it's papi is pretty much a minimalized form of saying papa, papi, and te amo pretty much means like I love you, if I'm not or like I like you. Because I think in Italian it's ti amo, right? So very similar. What's it? DNT Neris. Hi. Hallo, ich hoffe, du hast einen guten Geburtstag. Yes, my birthday was great. Once again, guys, my birthday was on July 13th, but I couldn't stream on that day, so I'm streaming today. So today is not my birthday, but it was just a couple of days ago. That's why the... yeah, might be a little bit confusing, but I didn't want to call the stream like the post 30th birthday stream, which also sounds kind of strange, I think. So it's I love you, Daddy. Ah, I see. It really see? Languages. Love it. That's cool. Vitamin C helps people. Is it? I can't memorize that. Is it vitamin or vitamin? I think I've asked that in a previous stream as well, and I can't remember what the answer was. Or is it like a British English, American English thing, where like one says vitamin and the other says vitamin? I don't know. I can't. Maybe you also have those things when you want to learn German or like a different language, things that you hear, but you can't recall those things for, the life of you. It's just not possible. Both correct. Okay. Vid is British, Vite is rather American. Oh, I can see. Okay. I see. Okay. I get it. By the way, cheers, everyone. Yeah, and I don't wonder if I actually mix like British English with American English here and there, because in German schools you actually learn British English pretty much exclusively. That's the usual case actually. And but you know, the culture that I'm actually soaking in, like movies, music, TV shows, whatnot, that's pretty much, I wouldn't say exclusively American, but vastly American. So that is why I was influenced by that as well. Even though I have never been to the USA yet, but I would like to go there at some point. And maybe even live there for, like, you know, maybe 2-3 months. Because in all honesty, you know, what I'm doing for a living, I could do that anywhere. Like, I'm not bound to a specific place. I could work from, you know, Hawaii, technically. Yeah. Would be cool. And also, it would give me an opportunity to meet you guys and to really get to know you in person. Maybe have like a meet and greet stuff, like thingy going on there. We'll see. Prost! Thank you very much. Prost to you as well. Ich bin nicht Deutsch, ich wohne in England, aber ich habe Deutsch gelernt. Ah, that was pretty much like very good German actually. Keep in mind to spell Deutsch with a capitalized D though. And there is a habe missing between aber ich Deutsch gelernt, aber ich habe Deutsch gelernt at the end of that sentence. Here in Canada we speak like Americans but use British spelling. That is an interesting mixture. But isn't that really confusing for kids that learn the language though? I don't know. I mean, you know, might not be as much of a difference, but you could call up with German Girl in America, Felicia. Yeah. Well, I actually made a video with her last year, I think, where I pretty much talked to her about her life in Cincinnati. Like a little interview in English. If you want to check that out, feel free to do so. I can actually look that up real quick and post the link into the chat. She's a great person. I mean, she's really, really friendly and nice to talk to. So, and I mean, of course, I would also like to have more collabs with her in the future. And who knows, maybe there's going to be some more collabs. Also with other YouTubers. I'm always open for collaborations. The biggest problem with those kinds of things is Asperger. No, that's not the problem. I mean, I was in a sentence. Wow. Once again, thank you very much for it gets me every time. It's incredible. It's wow. Just wow. Oh man. Thank you very, very much. So yeah, and hi, by the way, of course. Hope you are doing great. Cats are doing all right and all. Yeah, I think I have to drink more. At least a little bit. So I wanted to. Which video did I want to look up though? The one with a German Girl in America with Felicia. German Girl in America. So yeah, she's great. I like her. I really like her. I wanted to say I love her because sometimes I say that out of admiration for something. Like I love the Foo Fighters, for instance, or I love actor ABC, you know, something like that. But when you say something like that to a YouTube colleague, might sound strange. So I like her as a YouTuber and stuff, and as a person in general, because she's just a likable person. So gonna be right back, guys. Give me a sec. Where is my chat? There is my chat. Big 30, sorry I'm at work and can't watch now, but congrats. Thanks nonetheless. I mean, yeah. Wow. This is the video that I just posted with Felicia. So yeah. Auf Wiedersehen, hab einen guten Stream, bis später. Thanks for tuning in, DNT Neris. Really appreciate that. And Heide Van Ness, hi. Thank you very much for tuning in. And Tasha Starling. I'm sorry. Tasha Starling, hi. Thanks for tuning in. And X's Boss. Here in Canada we speak. Oh yeah, I forgot to greet you actually. Sorry. X's Boss, hi. And Holly Laycock, I think I greeted before. Yeah. You know, that's pretty much the benefit of being a comparatively small channel compared to the really big YouTubers, is that I actually recognize you in the chat, and also that I can greet every one of you like that. That is cool. I really like that, because all these live streams, they are really something personal and just something direct, and I just love that interaction. So yeah, hope you do too. I mean, wouldn't mind to grow the channel though, don't get me wrong, but yeah. That's that. I have a little fan here. That's really cool. An air fan. Not a fan sitting next to me. Not the biggest fan of the term fan, though. I mean, when it comes to you guys, for instance. You are viewers of the channel. And I try to avoid the term fan whenever I can. Even though, when it comes to, packages and stuff, the term fan mail is pretty much coined. So that's the only exception, pretty much. But, yeah. And I appreciate you for that. I feel like we're friends. Yeah, I like that it's a pretty much a cool little community with you guys. And also recurring names like people, Tiffany, for instance, and Carl, and many others that really tune in to pretty much every single live stream that I'm doing. And that is, wow, that is amazing. That is really amazing. Highly appreciated. Das ist lecker. Das Bier ist lecker. The beer is delicious. Even though it's not the typical beer, it's something that is very popular in Germany. I don't know what that's like, for instance, in the USA. But in Germany, many people actually enjoy mixed beers, which means beer flavored with something else. In this case, beer mixed with Coca-Cola. And that is something that I personally really like, for instance. But there are many other flavors and stuff like that. That is really cool. Love that. I certainly try when the time lines up well. Yeah, and like I said before, I really appreciate that. And even if you can't make it all the time, that's, of course, no one has time every single time. Does that make sense? I don't know. You know what I mean. Wie läuft dein drittes Jahrzehnt bisher? That's an interesting way to put it. My third decade, how is it going so far? Well, pretty smoothly, actually. I mean, yeah, can't complain. I'm pretty happy with my life right now. But it's strange, and maybe that will like decrease in upcoming months a little bit here and there. But right now I feel very motivated to try new things, for instance. Don't know if that has to do with me having turned 30 necessarily. Maybe it has. For instance, last week I went to the gym for the first time. Like doing sort of like a test workout kind of evening for 2 hours with my cousin and my aunt. Was it aunt? Aunt? Meiner Tante. And that was great. So I think I'm gonna go to the gym regularly in the future. Like in the very near future. Every few days. Because it's really beneficial to my back, for instance, because I'm having like an office job, and when you sit there for like multiple hours a day, it's just a good thing to like pretty much work out the body and everything. Yeah, something like that. And also, you know, getting my novel finished and pretty much correcting that right now. So yeah. And there are many other things that I would like to do in the future that I haven't really had the time to do in the past, or I didn't allow myself to have the time. That would be the most correct answer to that. Including playing guitar and like relearning to play guitar, because I could play a little bit guitar like 10 years ago or something like that. But that was about like really basic stuff. Few chords, but that was about it. So nothing overly special. But I would like to relearn that and to revisit that instrument in the future as well. So that's something that I would also like to do. Yeah. Ich muss leider gehen. Tschüss. Thanks for tuning in nonetheless. Hope you enjoyed the stream. And as always, guys, of course, you can always find the recording of this live stream afterwards on my YouTube channel. It's gonna be there. Might take some time to render, so it might not be the complete stream right away after the stream's ended, but yeah, very soon after that. Jetzt läuft ja eher dein 4. Jahrzehnt, stimmt. Das hat mich früher immer total verwirrt mit diesem 19. Jahrhundert, und damit meint man aber 1800 so und so, aber mittlerweile leuchtet es natürlich ein. Aber als Kind war ich immer total verwirrt davon, wenn man so, when you speak of the 19th century, but you mean like the 1800s with that always confused me as a kid. That is pretty much what I just said in German there. Wait till you're 53 like me. Prost. Well, thanks, Pete. But I still have a few years to go there. But, you know, it's gonna happen. Hopefully. Who knows, you know? What time is it there? It's 3:30 EDT here in Pennsylvania. In Germany, it is 9:30 p.m. And see, that's also something that gets me every time, that you guys are watching this right now and my videos from all around the globe. That is so crazy. Like, when you really think about that, I just can't believe that. Ähnliches mit Jahr alt, Lebensjahr. Ja, eben. Das ist halt auch so verwirrend. Irgendwie, ich meine, ich glaube, mein Hirn ist für sowas nicht so wirklich gemacht. Ich verwechsel das auch manchmal irgendwie. Sounds strange. Ah, okay, it's that song. By the way, talking about songs, Coldplay just released a new single today, which is really cool and rather Pink Floydish, actually. It's 10 minutes long, Big surprise for me personally, but I love it. And as I've said before in a different stream or video, if I'm not mistaken, Higher Power has been pretty much my hit of the year so far, my hit song. And the one that I had or have had the most, catchy tunes of. Like an ohrwurm, an earworm, a song that sticks into your head and you can't get it out. You just hear it in your head again and again. It's pretty much Higher Power by Coldplay for me personally this year and the last couple of weeks. It's been crazy. Sometimes I went to sleep hearing that song in my head, and then I would wake up the next day and I would still have that song in my head, like running. And I was like, okay, did I really listen to that song over and over again throughout the night? Probably. I don't know. But it's a scary thought, though. I don't know. Mein Sohn says you're cool because he loves your Spiral shirt. Your son is cool, and you are cool. Great taste. Thank you very much, guys. And greetings. Cheers from Germany. And thanks for tuning in. And yes, I love Spyro. Spyro is pretty much my bro. When it comes to, like, video game characters. I mean, I also like Crash Bandicoot, for instance, or Sir Daniel Fortescue of Medieval. He's also really cool. And many other video game characters. For instance, I really like Garrett of the Thief series. That's cool as well. Like, he's really cool. Adam Jensen in Deus Ex. And many others, that just cool characters. But Spyro pretty much was my first love when it came to video game characters. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Didadim, didadim, didadim. Things will never be the same. Ach ja. Happy birthday, friends. Malgorzata. What's that? Malgorzata. I hope I didn't butcher that name. If I'm butchering names, that's not on purpose, guys. So I'm giving my very best. Thank you very much for saying that. Thank you. Between languages, guitar, and the gym, you'll never have to worry about Alzheimer's. Yeah, I mean, it's just cool to do some sports again, to just work out. And because, like, about 20 years ago, I did Taekwondo, which was much fun. Then I played badminton in, like, a hobby club for maybe 2 or 3 years. That was fun as well. Like, nothing like competition-wise, just out of fun with friends. That was cool. And then that was pretty much it. Like, and then I had some sports in, back in school when I had my traineeship going on. And we played soccer, like football, because that's the national sport in Germany, as every one of you will know. Very, very popular here. Most popular sports, I think, by far. And that was fun, even though I'm not good at that at all. But I still enjoy it because, yeah, it is fun. By the way, I just actually allowed myself to have like a little cool feet bath down here, like a little don't know what you call that in English actually, like a little not really like a crate where you can fill in water, for instance, and then I put my feet in that water, and then it cools the body. And that's like because it was pretty warm in Germany today, especially where I live. I think in the Sauerland region was really cool. So yeah, a foot spa. Is that the term, the English term? That's cool. A foot spa. Love that. Happy birthday, holographic roses. Hi. And Mayan Princess, I hope I forgot to mention your name. Greetings to you once again, and to your son, of course. Really love that you seem to enjoy my channel and my videos. Highly appreciated. So, Holographic Roses says, happy birthday, you talk about German rock and metal a lot. Do you like American rock and metal? Do you ever listen to Tool? Are you kidding me? I'm a big Tool fan. Like, yes, and I love American rock and metal. It's pretty much the biggest, the biggest part of pretty much all rock and metal that I listen to. Just wait a moment. So, wow. About Tool. I don't think it works. Like the video screen still works because the battery might have run low, but I don't know. I love Tool. By the way, this album at the moment is my car music. The music I listen to while driving is this album, and it's so soothing. It's awesome. Love it. And actually, having seen Tool live playing at Rock am Ring 2019, I think it was, 2 years ago, was one of the most impressive concert experiences in my life. That was so mesmerizing. Wow. I would love to see them live again at some point, once they will come back to Germany. Maybe with a new album or like an EP or something like that, or just, you know, because they want to play live. Yeah, love them. And also like A Perfect Circle, for instance, great band. And Pussifer is also really cool. Even though all of those three projects are really different to one another, especially Pussifer, but I love all of them for different reasons, basically. So other American rock or metal acts that I really love include Alter Bridge. I love Miles Kennedy. He just released a new solo album, The Ides of March, which is really cool as well. Mark Tremonti, the guitarist in Alter Bridge, also released a new single yesterday, I think. Haven't listened to that yet, though. The Offspring, I love. The Foo Fighters are one of my all-time favorite bands ever. Nirvana, of course. Let's see who else. Seether, although they aren't American, they are like from South Africa. Yeah, many others like Linkin Park. What else? Metallica. Rage Against the Machine. But also like many other like mostly progressive bands these days. But I also love something like 80s, you know, synth pop from the 80s and stuff like that. I love that stuff. Or like 70s prog rock. Jethro Tull, for instance. Awesome. Love Ian Anderson. He's a genius. And also something, you know, Porcupine Tree is one of my all-time favorite bands as well. Opeth, Haken, Dream Theater, and from Australia, for instance, Carnival. They are really cool. Their album Sound Awake is one of my all-time favorite albums. Dead Letter Circus, Blink-182, of course. I hope Mark Hoppus will recover fully, because right now he's suffering from cancer, as you might have heard. And yeah, I hope he will recover and he will get well soon, like very soon again. He's currently undertaking, is it chemotherapy or chemotherapy? I don't know. You know what I mean. And he seems to be doing like comparatively good. Like it seems to help him. And I hope he will get better and he will get, you know, he will fight cancer, basically. Not just because I love Blink-182 and I really like him. He seems to be like a genuine, friendly person from what I can tell from interviews and stuff. But just because, you know, no one should suffer from cancer and that kind of stuff. Yeah. So, as we say in German, ich drücke die Daumen, I press my thumbs, or I press the thumbs rather, translated literally, ich drücke die Daumen, which equals keeping one's fingers crossed in English. So in English you would say or do this to wish someone luck and that everything's gonna go well, but in German you would rather do this. You would press your thumbs like this. Yes, hope you're gonna, you know, achieve that. Hope you're gonna win. Hope you're gonna fight cancer, whatever. Yeah. Don't know why that is, like, why there is such a difference, but I love those things, those little details when it comes to cultures and languages and whatnot. So, yeah. So, once again, I told my German professor to tell her students to watch your channel because you have great content and because you are likely to answer.
Welcome.
Simone McKitterick has just subscribed. Welcome to the channel, Simone. Hi. Maybe you're watching as well. And if you're watching later, thanks and welcome. So once again, to watch your channel because you have great content and because you are likely to answer questions und weil du so toll bist. Oh. Is it Mayan Princess or Mayan Princess? I'm not too sure about that though. But nonetheless, like either way, thanks very much for saying that. I try to do my very best. Sometimes I might miss questions when there are like many people in the chat, for instance, or sometimes it has become harder to really read every single comment on YouTube ever since the channel grew with like the Rammstein videos and because of those, but I still try to read most of them. And yeah, that's like a little downside of more people finding the channel over time, but still want to have like a direct contact to you guys through streams, for instance. That's the best way to keep that. The Fear Inoculum song blew my mind. Yes. that was funny. I couldn't wait. Like I was still in my traineeship in 2019, and I immediately like waited until like my working day was done, and I was like traveling home, going by train and bus. And now I had to wait for my next train. I was sitting there, and then I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna listen to it right now. I couldn't hold it any longer. At first I thought, you know what, I'm gonna listen to the song once I'm home, but I just couldn't wait. I had to listen to it there. So I downloaded it from Spotify, which you can do to listen to songs offline, because I didn't want the connection to like break up in between while playing the song for the first time. I'm a bit picky when it comes to those kinds of things. When there's a new song by a band that I really love, I want to listen to like the song or the album from front to back without any distractions most of the time. And I closed my eyes, I sat at that station waiting for my train to arrive, and I listened to Fear Inoculum, the song. And I was so sucked into it because, as you might know if you know the song, it really starts really hypnotic and repetitive in a good way, I'd say. And that was, wow, I was really sucked into that song. And I still love it. Did you see guy from Breaking Bad playing Minecraft? No, I didn't. You mean Bryan Cranston and what's his name? Aaron Paul? Is it Aaron Paul? Aaron Paul, I think, right? Jesse Pinkman. Jesse! Ah, love it. Ah, love. I really want to rewatch Breaking Bad at some point. And I'm looking forward to the last season of Better Call Saul. I think it will be released this year. I mean, I'm really sad that it's gonna be the last episode, the last season, I mean. But still looking forward to it. Wow, that car sounds interesting. Might have heard that. Happy birthday. Thank you for your hard work and for being kind. Thank you guys for watching my videos. And of course, as always, if you know someone who might also be interested in my videos and my channel, feel free to suggest my videos or my channel, or maybe even both, or my playlists. Yeah, that would be like, that's pretty much the best support you can give any creator if you share their content with other people that might also enjoy it. So if you know someone who is interested in the German language and culture, and who loves to learn more about German words, phrases, the German way of life, that kind of stuff, you know, in various shapes and forms, yeah, feel free to recommend my channel. And thanks for doing that in advance, of course. That is highly appreciated. It's really the best way to support your favorite YouTubers, Twitch streamers, creators, who else? It's pronounced Mayan. Okay, Mayan. As in the indigenous people of Mesoamerica. Or Mesoamerica? There is again. No. Mesoamerica. Meso. Gulf of Mexico area. Oh, die Maya. I think we call them in German die Maya. If I'm not mistaken, if it's like the same people that we're talking about, the same ethnical group, I think we just call them die Maya without the N at the end. I like the German construction crew in Better Call Saul. Yeah, that was funny, right? That was cool. Enjoyed that as well. Werner Ziegler, his name was, right? The guy with the glasses, and Werner Ziegler, Werner Ziegler. In German, it's Werner Ziegler. By the way, don't know if you know that or you have watched those videos yet, but if you haven't, feel free to check out my videos about me pretty much talking about Breaking Bad in German, and El Camino and Better Call Saul, and explaining the German things in those shows and in that movie, stuff like that. So if you haven't watched that yet, I can provide you with the link once again. Breaking Bad Vlog Dave. It's multiple, like I think 3 videos that I did about those topics. Like a German listening practice, a pretty much learn German with Breaking Bad type of video with German vocabulary related to the show. And as I've said before, explaining German things in all those shows and the movie. So, let's see real quick. I'm gonna post. That's one. So if you want to watch them, you can bookmark them for later, for instance. So, those are the 3 videos related to Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, and El Camino. I like the German construct. I have that. I make sure that I consume and share your content as consistently as possible. I like your German podcast as well. Oh yeah, it's good practice for my listening skills. Thanks for saying that, Tiffany. I also really love recording podcasts. Actually, I not only have one podcast, but I have 1.5, because my own podcast is called The German Podcast, where I talk about different topics in each episode in German. So if you want to just hear me speaking German, the German podcast is your way to go. It's available on Apple, it's available on Spotify and on anchor.fm. You know, you can listen to the podcast with this link, anchor.fm/the German podcast, for instance, or you can find other links in the video description. But not in the video description, but when you click that, like, wait a moment. When you click that link, you can also see the other platforms on which that podcast is available. And the other podcast that I run with a friend of mine, with Super Flash Crash, who's also here today in the chat. He's from Berlin, but he will move to my region soon, which I'm looking forward to, and he is looking forward to that as well. That podcast is called Custom Podcast. That's the second link right here. And that is pretty much us talking about several different things in German as well. About movies, about video games, about, TV shows, about life. Many different topics. So if you're interested in that, yeah, feel free to check out our podcasts. We would really appreciate that, of course. And of course, also check out Rick's channel, Super Flash Crash. So D. Norris, the brother-in-law. Yeah, D. Norris. Yeah, Hank Schrader. Love him. Sorry, so random, lol, but it was funny. That's it. The Specialists. I'm back. Did you learn English from school? Yes, I first learned English in 5th grade, which was around like 2003-ish. Or like 2002, 2003-ish, around that time. Like nowadays, it's completely different in Germany because kids start learning German. Yeah, kids start learning English in kindergarten, or even before that. But when I went to school in the late 90s and early 2000s, it was still different. Like you didn't really learn English in elementary school back then. It wasn't common. But nowadays it is, and I think that's a very good and important thing. You can't really start learning a foreign language like too early necessarily. It's always good to learn those languages as early, or to actually like begin learning a second language as early as possible in your life, because it's just easier to soak in everything and to remember stuff, words, and how things work, So yeah, I began learning English in 5th grade, and then later I actually had, what's that in English actually? Leistungskurs, like you don't have like the normal classes in school for certain subjects, but you have like advanced courses for instance, when I did my A levels, das Abitur, when I was about ending grammar school, das Gymnasium, or like high school, I think. My advanced courses, like advanced classes, whatever you want to call them, were German, English, biology, and philosophy. Those 4. Yeah. And then but I wasn't really as fluent in English when I graduated from school back in 2011. I just became more fluent with YouTube, actually, first and foremost, and music. Those 2 things really helped me to get more fluent and to become like a better speaker of the English language, because I could always read and understand English pretty well, even back in the day, but speaking English is something else still. Even especially when it's not your native language, of course. And by doing these YouTube videos, actually, I could improve my spoken English so much throughout the years. I mean, it's interesting to say, but I couldn't watch very old Vlog Day videos anymore. Like videos from 2015 when I started this channel, 2016 and partially also 2017, I can't really watch them because my English is not as fluent in those videos yet. And yeah, I don't know. It's strange to see them now and to listen to how I speak English in those videos in hindsight. But yeah. So salut, la multi Annie. Happy birthday. Thank you very much. Jakey. Hi, by the way. Bunyasiwa. Was that correct, Tiffany? I don't know. Jägerlange. Happy birthday. Thank you very much for saying that. Danke für die Werbung, hör mal. Gerne, immer wieder gerne. Brauchst du mir nicht für zu danken, mein Guter. Mhm. I love it. Delicious. Shizzle manizzle. That is so interesting. I suppose I didn't get the option to learn another language until high school. And in German schools, it's usually, I think, still to this day, like English is mandatory. You have to learn English in school. There's no way around that, like learning English as a second language. But then you can also choose to learn a third language in school. And you can choose, usually you can choose between learning French or learning Latin. And I wasn't really sure what to choose, actually. I mean, I have French ancestors, so it would have made sense to maybe learn French, even though, you know, that was many decades and generations ago. They aren't alive anymore, so I don't really have, like, living French ancestors, if I'm not mistaken, so, But I still decided to learn Latin, though, because I was somewhat intrigued by that language. Someone is honking out there for some reason. And yeah, I mean, I love languages, and I didn't dislike Latin, but it's a very, like, a highly grammatical language to learn. And I wasn't the biggest fan of that focus, like solely focusing on grammar with more cases than we have in English or German, for instance. For instance, in Latin, you also have der Ablativ, the ablative, I think it's in English, like another case. It was interesting, but maybe in hindsight, I should have chosen French. I don't know. And then for like a year or so, I had like Spanish, but that wasn't like a usual course. It was pretty much like an afternoon voluntary thing that we could choose to do. And yeah, I also enjoyed that, even though I'm afraid I have forgotten pretty much everything, except for like una cerveza, por favor, or something like that. I don't know. Bitte ein Bier. Jetzt muss ich wieder an die Ärzte denken. Ein Bier! Ach ja. Ach so, the music was over. Wiederholen. Like that. All right. That is so interesting. I suppose I didn't get the option to learn another language. I read that. Fear Inoculum is awesome. Tool Impulsive and the rest are amazing. Super jealous that you got to see them live. Yeah, I can still respond to them. No problem about that. Yeah, I didn't really see Pussifer live. Like, that's the only band of those out of those three that I haven't seen live yet. I've seen A Perfect Circle live and I've seen Tool live, both at Rock am Ring, by the way. A Perfect Circle were there in 2018 and Tool were there, like one of the headliners actually, in 2019, and both concerts were awesome. So I still need to see Pussifer live. Startete Englisch bei dir echt erst in der 5.? Bei mir ging das tatsächlich schon in der 3. Klasse los. Ja. Damals war das so tatsächlich. Da fing das erst in NRW in der 5. Klasse an. Aber ich bin sehr froh, dass man das mittlerweile geändert hat und dass man auch erkannt hat, dass Englisch einfach so wichtig geworden ist, dass man es noch früher beibringen sollte. Oder zumindest so ein paar einfache Steps schon mal beibringen sollte. Ein paar Wörter und sowas, wenn Kinder irgendwie noch sehr jung sind. Also, ja. YouTube ist sehr hilfreich mit Deutsch lernen. Ja, das denke ich auch, ja. Generell finde ich YouTube sehr hilfreich, wenn man Sprachen lernen will, weil es gibt sehr, sehr viele gute Kanäle da draußen, die verschiedene Sprachen beibringen oder Videos zu verschiedenen Sprachen machen. Zum Beispiel auch zu Deutsch. Sowas, was ich auf meinem Kanal zum Beispiel mache. Some German thrown in there. I saw the Foo Fighters in Portland on their Broken Leg tour. Yeah, I did too. I mean, not in Portland though, but in Germany. And that was the 2015 Sonic Highways tour. Yeah, I remember. Dave with his like Game of Thrones like throne out of guitars and stuff. That was cool. Portland, Oregon is known for being very pretentious about beer. Okay, so Dave popped open a beer and was hiding the door, the course label from the audience. Is it core? Can I? Ah, I thought my eyes were tricking me actually. It's the course label. So that's the beer brand you say? Okay, I think, right? The core beer, maybe. I took German in high school back in the late 80s. Then my 3 boys took German, so I got to review. That is cool. And by the way, hi Paula. So, if I had to pronounce your name in a very German way, I would say Paula Scheib. Frau Paula Scheib. Miss Paula, is it Scheib in English as well? Or Skype? Like, haha. I'm Skyping, no. Paula Scheib, I think. Yeah. It reminds of the German term die Scheibe, which is what's it again? Let me Google that real quick. Die Scheibe. The shield? No, it's not the shield. Like the screen. The disc. Oh yeah, Disc World. Die Scheibenwelt. Right. It's Romanian. You were close with the pronunciation. Okay. He said it. It's not the right beer to drink here. We don't care about craft beer. Okay. In many German schools, you can also learn Spanish. That is true. Yeah. Holographic Roses. Mayan Princes. That must have been a great concert. The Foo Fighters rock. They do. I would love to see them live again. It's been a while. Last time I saw them live was at Rock am Ring as well. Even though Dave had a sore throat. And he wasn't like, yeah, totally healthy back then. But ich muss zur Arbeit gehen. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Thanks for tuning in, Tiffany. And yeah, hope you're gonna have a stressless working day. A stressful working day. Yeah. No. 2 of my boys had teachers from different parts of Germany. It was interesting to hear how each boy learned a different dialect. Ah, I see. Yeah, that's interesting as well, something like that, yeah. Paul Merchant, hi! Had to learn French in my school in the UK, but wanted to learn German, but the class didn't have enough students to run. Yeah, and when that happens, it's really annoying. I can totally see that. We get a few years in school, but nothing that makes us fluent in any language. Now I study German just for the fun of it, because my great-grandfather immigrated from Dresden in the 1900s. Oh, I see. Okay, interesting. Welcome to the club. Have you ever tasted Schlappe Seppel or Faust beers? No, I haven't. I haven't heard of them either. So, Schlappe Seppel? Is it Schlappe Seppel? That would be the German way to say that. Schlappe Seppel. And Faust. The Fist, by the way, that is. Die Faust, the Fist. Ich muss zur Arbeit gehen. Bis zum nächsten Mal. I read that. What's the next concert you're going to? There are a few concerts like that are pretty much that were rescheduled that I am waiting for, including Nightwish, including what else? Die Ärzte, twice, like 2 Die Ärzte concerts. I think both in Dortmund, if I'm not mistaken. What else? Beartooth. I'm gonna see Beartooth live in January with my good YouTube friend Lenificate. What else was there? I think I originally also had tickets to for Steven Wilson and a show that he was supposed to have in September in Bochum, but that was cancelled. That was pretty much the only show that got cancelled. The other ones were rescheduled, which I'm really happy about. But yeah, I'm gonna see Steven Wilson live next time then. Next tour. And of course, Rock am Ring next year. I mean, I had tickets, or I have had, I should say, I have had tickets for the 2020 edition of Rock am Ring, which, as we all know, had to be rescheduled to this year, and it once again had to be rescheduled to next year. So in 2022, I'm gonna stand there with my 2020 ticket, which might look very strange, but you know, that's life. Yeah, looking forward to going to a festival again and to going to concerts again in general. That is yeah, I love that. Tour was supposed to come to Vancouver in 2020 and the concert got COVID cancelled. Oh no! Yeah, that is annoying, but understandably so. I mean, you know. In Canada, we learned French from grade 4 to 8 and then have the chance to try something else. Ah, I see. German pronunciation, stress-free. My aunts have landscaping businesses. Have a landscaping business in Portland, and they used to work for the bassist for the Foo Fighters, Nate Mendel. Interesting. That's interesting. See, sometimes the world is so small. It's crazy, right? It's really crazy. Ah, guys. Delicious beer. I love it. Just gonna check Twitter real quick. Hoch die Hände, Wochenende. Was trinkst du jetzt? Chat Calm Soil. Thanks for tuning in. Hi there. Hi, chat. By the way, that's a great sort of slogan that we have in Germany. Hoch die Hände, Wochenende, which pretty much means, you know, put your hands up, it's weekend. Oh, by the way, do you know that funny meme of Daniel Craig, who is supposed to introduce The Weeknd, like the singer, at a show, I think in America, on American TV, and he was pretty much like, ladies and gentlemen, The Weeknd. And I love that. That is awesome. Love that meme. Ach ja. Was trinkst du jetzt? It's beer flavored with Coca-Cola. It's like mixed beer. Love that stuff. Turn your volume up. Travis, first and foremost, hi there. Thanks for tuning in. Am I quiet? Am I that quiet though? I don't think I am, actually. Funnily enough, when I saw Tool, the act just before they came on was Rammstein. Oh, was that in 2011? Was that in Australia? Because I've seen some footage on YouTube where actually like Tool were playing after Rammstein, and then I think it was during Lateralis, Rammstein came on stage and like they destroyed the drum set and stuff, and yeah. Maybe he means the music. Like that, maybe? Like a little bit. Shouldn't be too loud, though. So, but maybe that way. That's a bingo. See? Dave knows best. Today I got my results and I didn't get B2 German. Oh, I'm sorry, Dimitri. And hi, thanks for tuning in though. Just retry. Just give it another try. Be patient with those things. And I'm sure you will get there eventually. It might take some time, but it's worth it. Believe me. Do you like Metallica? Yes, I like Metallica. Looking forward to the 30-year anniversary edition of the Black Album. So far I've listened to the remastered version of Enter Sandman, which sounded a little bit crisper, a little bit like clearer, especially when it came to the bass. So I really like that. Even though like the original mix is superb, as we all know. Bob Rock did a really great job there. I have troubles with listening. Any tips? Well, pretty much, yeah, immersing yourself with German media, that's the best thing you can do, basically. And, you know, talking to a German, a native speaker, that is. But immersing yourself, surrounding yourself with German music, maybe trying to watch TV shows that you know very well in German, watching them in German with subtitles, for instance. And then trying to understand certain things, right? Certain structures. Or for instance, if you want to, inserting some self-promotion here. If you want to listen to my German podcast, you might also be able to use that as a sort of like a form of German listening practice. It's called The German Podcast. It's available here via this link. It's available on Spotify, it's available on Apple, on other platforms, and it's also available on my YouTube channel VlogDave, but the episodes will air there way like later than on Spotify and other platforms. So if you want to listen right away when episodes are new, like really fresh, brand new, it's better to listen to them on Spotify and Apple and, you know, or on Anchor or somewhere else. Happy birthday. I'm USA but love Rammstein and your videos. Thank you very much, Travis. Appreciate it. Thank you. You know, music like that really, once again, reminds me of Cyberpunk 2077. Still love that game. Are your podcasts all in German? Yes, they are. Even though I intend to have an English podcast as well at some point in the future with an American YouTuber. Someone you might know. He has appeared on my channel before. And you might know him from the FBE or React channel. He's a friend of mine, and we were talking about having a music-related podcast in English. But we just didn't have the time to get it started. But we're gonna do that eventually, I think, at some point in the nearer future. So, yeah. Looking forward to that. Also, I like German rap. Yeah, I like some of it as well. Not all of it, but you know, I'm not the biggest fan of like the so-called gangster kind of rap. That's wow. Paula, thank you very much. That is very generous. Wow. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. That is really appreciated. Cheers. Prost. That is. Watch a good, not too complicated movie completely in the language you want to learn, then watch again with the subs. That might also be a good thing to do, yeah. And by the way, I think I didn't mention your name yet, so Mr. Harumaki Sensei. Something like that? Hope I didn't butcher that one. Harumaki. Mr. Harumaki Sensei.
Stranger.
Hans Zimmer!
Thank you.
The great composer. Thank you very much, Hans. That is also greatly appreciated. Very generous as well. Thank you very much. Best German rap song is Schüttel dein Speck by Peter Fox. It's definitely a good song. It's hard to say which one is best though. Like, I like all of his songs actually. His album Stadtaffe, which translates to like the town ape or city ape, or city monkey, town monkey, that kind of stuff. All of those songs on that album are great. Alles Neu is one of my favorites as well, and Haus am See is very popular, still getting a lot of airplay on German radio stations these days, even though it's like 12 years old by now, which is crazy. I also like Die Fantastischen Vier. They are really cool. Fettes Brot, which translates to fat bread, by the way. Love that name. And Die Fantastischen Vier are the Fantastic Four. Translate literally. Dexter Martin, hi! Thank you very much, and thanks for saying that, for wishing a happy birthday. Greatly appreciated. Prost! So, let's say, yeah, about like 10 or 12 more minutes. AK, hi! Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for the kind birthday wishes, everyone. Once again, that is greatly appreciated. By the way, as I've said before, I couldn't really stream on my birthday, which was on July 13th, like last week's Tuesday, because I was invited to a friend's wedding. One of my best friends actually got married on my 30th birthday, and I was pretty much the photographer and just like a guest on that wedding. It was so cool. I think I'm gonna do like a little video about that, because I filmed some of the stuff and also some of the stuff that we did on the day after the wedding, when we explored like the landscape in northern Germany a little bit. I think I'm gonna put out like 1 or even 2 vlogs about that soon-ish, in the next few weeks. I don't know when I'm gonna be able to work on those videos and to get them done, but yeah, looking forward to that. And yeah, as I've said before about the English podcast that might come to life at some point in the future, I'm gonna let you know, of course, once that's gonna happen. I just need Adam to and me, to have time to record it. But maybe we're gonna do that very soon. We'll see. Yes, it's by the way, I'm talking about Adam Lusk from the FBE/React channel. Great guy, good friend of mine via YouTube, YouTube friend. I've filmed like 2 or 3 videos with him last year. You can also find them on my channel if you want to. Gonna get the links real quick. Fenris, hi! Thanks for tuning in. How are you doing? So, give me a second. But a blog Dave Adam Lusk. This is one of the videos in which we talked about him, like he told me about his thoughts about Germany as an American and what Americans think about Germany, and you know, you might enjoy that one. And I also had a different one, I think. Where is it? Yeah. I had to try English tongue twisters. That's this one. And he had to try German ones. That was really funny. And a third video in which Adam Lusk had to try German tongue twisters. Like, really crazy ones. Those are the 3 videos with Adam. Great guy. Do you ride a motorbike? No, I don't. I don't. Perfect pronunciation, danke. It's a character from the first comic I read in Japanese only. Okay, I see. Interesting. My high school mascot was the Purple Dragons. That's a great high school. Your shirt made me think of that. Good shirt. Thank you very much. And Spyro also says thank you. Spyro also appreciates that as much as I do. Yes, please do a video on the German wedding. I'm curious how you guys do it. It was a really, really cool wedding. My son shows me movie Sieben Zwerge, der Wald ist nicht genug. Yeah, that is a funny little movie with some German comedians, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, people that pretty much every German knows. That do comedy on television or like as shows and stuff. One question about German music, bitte, bitte. How would you translate this Wir sind Helden line? Ich tausch nicht mehr, ich will mein Leben zurück. I'm not gonna swap anymore or like exchange. Tausch is like a shortened form of ich tausche, which is the first person singular personal, no, it's the first person singular Präsens indicative mode active of tauschen. And tauschen means to swap things or to exchange things. So, ich tausch nicht mehr is pretty much the negated form of that. I won't swap anymore, or I won't exchange things anymore. And the thing that follows there is, ich will mein Leben zurück. I want my life back. I'm not gonna, so all in all, it means I'm not gonna swap anymore. I'm not gonna exchange anymore. I want my life back. By the way, that's a great song. Guten Tag, it's called, I think. Right? I think so. And that was also covered by Plus 44, I think. The Blink 182 side band project thingy. Do you understand Groning's one of the Frieso-Saxon dialects? Partially, yes, but it's like, do you mean like the typical Saxon dialects? Yeah, I mean, some words are really like thick in terms of the dialect, but yeah, if that's what you mean. Danke, the Tausch was the part that gave me problems. Yeah, usually it's ich tausche, like there's an additional E at the end of that term. But ich tausch is pretty much like a shortened colloquial form of that. That's why you might be, or you might have been confused by that. Zurück is one of my favorite German words. Ah, okay. Guten Tag. Yeah, it's a great song. Love that. By the way, guys, chat, thanks for tuning in, and have a nice day, of course. If you want to check out the music that I really like and listen to for a good mood, for good vibes, I actually set up a Spotify playlist which is just called Good Vibes Songs. 80s pop, rock, metal, etc. on Spotify with 1,584 songs in it and 111 hours and 46 minutes of music from different artists, English, German, whatever, and also Ukrainian, by the way, because lately I've discovered the Ukrainian band GER because they also performed live at the Eurovision Song Contest. And the friend of mine that just got married on my 30th birthday, Alex Flatterman 85, is a huge fan of them. Also because of the Eurovision Song Contest, and he actually showed me some of their songs, and I love them. It's like folktronica meets like rock with some guitars in it, and all in Ukrainian. Like, I don't understand a single word they are singing about, but it sounds cool. Love that. So the band is called GER. Go_A. And one of their most popular songs is called Szum, which means noise, if I'm not mistaken, or yeah, I think noise. It's a bit special, not everyone will like it, but I do. That's the link to the track if you want to listen as well. Ah, and you're welcome, Alexandria. I was wanting to send you microwavable popcorn, but I realized that when I made it, I just put it in the microwave and push the popcorn button. I assume you don't have this. I don't think I need it necessarily. I think I can still do it in the microwave though. But I don't know. The video for Szum is very weird and funny. Yeah, true. Dave, did the river you featured in the Lonely Walk in the snow video February flood badly? Hope not. It did flood. You mean the Ruhr, die Ruhr, which is a river that runs through my town and many other towns in this region, including the famous Ruhrgebiet, which is pretty much Germany's most important industrial and economic region we have. Yes, it was pretty much overflooded as well, but it didn't really affect, I don't think, like too many houses, luckily. But pretty much the path that I pretty much keep walking every now and then, that was pretty much flooded. Yeah. Ever coming to Marburg? Maybe at some point. Blue Bilbo, hi there, by the way. Thanks for tuning in. Maybe, yeah. I mean, I have a friend who's living in Marburg, and he studied there. He became a teacher. So I think he still lives there. Maybe at some point I'm gonna visit him there. Alright, guys. I think that's about it for this live stream. Hope you enjoyed it. I certainly really enjoyed it talking to you guys again because it's been a while. I couldn't have a live stream last month, so this one was the first live stream since May, I think. I intend to have a new live stream in August because, as I've said before, I really want to have like at least one live stream per month. Sometimes it works, mostly it works, but sometimes it doesn't. So yeah. Happy birthday, dude. I'm drinking San Miguel. Ah. Don't know that, but sounds delicious. Cheers. My beer is empty though. Happy birthday from Canada. Femine Felix. Or Felix. In German it's Felix, by the way. Which, by the way, means the lucky one. Otan Yubi Omedeto. Something like that? I don't know. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. As always, you can find the complete recording of this live stream later here on this channel. Maybe even now. I don't know when YouTube will actually convert it. Sometimes it takes a couple of hours. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the next live stream, hopefully in August, and hope you're gonna stay healthy, and yeah, hope you're gonna check out the upcoming videos that I have scheduled. Also many podcast episodes, but also many other usual videos that I've recorded and that I just need to edit, and yeah, looking forward to that. Thanks for your birthday wishes once again, for tuning in, for watching my videos, for supporting the channel on PayPal, on Patreon. That's awesome support, and it's just beyond words for me personally, still, every single time. That is greatly appreciated, really helpful, and yeah, thanks. See you next time, I'd say. Have a nice day, morning, afternoon, noon, evening, night, wherever you are on the globe. And have a nice weekend. I'm your Vlog Dave. Tschüss und bis zum nächsten Mal. See you next time. Bye, guys.